you can just...
Recording on Audacity, baby. Hey, baby, what I do, baby?
Just let me know when we're recording on Skype. Or have we been?
No, we haven't. I wish.
Bloopers.
And now we're recording on Skype.
Welcome to the Hoagies and Pierogis podcast, everyone. This is my Christmas present.
Please do not catch yourself on fire.
I told you we were going to have fireworks at the start. Ooh,
Oh,
flame,
shit.
Different flame. Ready? This
RJ's
is the
bringing
big
in the
flame,
new year a little bit early.
and this is the jet flame.
I'm used to that torch because I dab. Not like that.
I dab too. Ready? Like dab. Ugh. Did you see it?
Camera skipped out a little bit there. I did not see it.
That's all right. Here. Ugh. Beautiful.
Hello, everybody. We are on episode 36 of Hoagies and Pierogis. Let's go.
And you know what they say about 36, Ian? Guys who make it to 36 have big wieners.
I've heard of the 27 Club, but I've never heard of the 36 Club.
It's like the Mile High Club, except... I don't know. That was just a bad joke. We're on a roll with bad jokes. Although yours was better last week, so...
Let's restart.
Yeah. Let's keep it all in. Let me start.
So bad.
I'm gonna re-smoke my whiskey.
Oh, that's what it was. I still couldn't tell what it was.
Oh yeah. I'm just gonna do it again, make it extra smoky.
This is why you should listen on Spotify, because this isn't going to be on YouTube.
Oh, we're leaving this part in on Spotify?
I mean, we're recording the audio right now.
That's true. I didn't know if you cut it at all, but that works.
Oh my god.
Spotify exclusive.
Hello, everyone. We are back.
We're back
Let's
with fire.
go.
Call me Caveman Ham.
If you're listening on Spotify, we just redid this intro. If you're listening on YouTube, this is your first intro. RJ just burned his hand off. Wait, RJ just...
If you're listening on Spotify, you heard Ian previously tell me, don't burn your hand. I didn't listen.
You know what? I wasn't going to keep that first little bit on Spotify, but I will add it to YouTube now, actually, because that's just too good.
I have too much fun with this present.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 36 of Hoagies and Pierogis. I'm your host, Ian DiCarlo.
And I'm Hambone Hammond.
RJ Hammond.
That's right, everybody. Welcome back. I'm back
Hammond.
at home. I'm on my actual laptop. We're not going to have any type of fuckery, hopefully, with the audio. So we're going to have a good episode, and clips are not going to be... I'm not going to move, and then you're going to hear me talk 7 seconds later. Hopefully.
RJ, how was your Christmas?
Christmas
I mean, we
was-
see you got a whiskey smoker that you already burnt your fucking hand with.
Yeah. I got this little hat and our Secret Santa from work. All right.
Yes.
And then the big one from my brother. Go Birds!
Big one, baby.
Oh, yeah, brother.
Love hurts. Love hurts.
Love hurts. Oh, I jumped around like a little kid on Christmas. Literally, I was so excited.
That is fucking awesome.
Him and I basically did a jersey exchange. It hasn't come in yet, but I got him a Harry Kane Tottenham Hotspurs jersey because he's all big into soccer. Reagan also ended up getting me in a Secret Santa for her dad's side, so she had to double up on my gifts. But I got a nice big tackle box backpack for fishing. Can't wait to use it.
Wait, so do you benefit from her 2 Christmases?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I think she probably would have spent the same amount total. But I said maybe next year we should just make sure that significant others don't get each other.
Right.
But whatever. Yeah, I got...
That would make sense.
Yeah. My mom got me. She handed me down. I guess handed down the our big KitchenAid mixer that we've had for as long as I can remember, and I've been wanting
Yep.
it for years. I got big mixing bowls. Got a lot of house stuff. We got a new vacuum. We got a Roomba, a hand-me-down Roomba. That's not Roomba. It's awesome. So, it's very funny,
yeah.
like when you get older and you're pumped about a vacuum.
Right. Speaking I mean, the mixer, I've made plenty of great childhood memories on a mixer. My grandma used to make ham salad, and we would push the pickles down the grinder
Oh, yours had a
attachment of the
grinder.
mixer. Yeah.
Ooh. Ours is too old for that.
Or, I mean, that one's pretty old too. It's probably from the 80s, 90s.
Oh no, this is just like a mixing bowl. Maybe it's just a different model then. Ours did not have a
Oh,
grinder.
shit.
Yeah, I baked some bread.
It was an attachment,
Oh,
third
okay.
party.
Okay. I baked my first set of bread, some baguettes. Didn't go as well. It was more like a long, soft pretzel. It was just kind of dense. Wasn't, light and fluffy like a baguette. But we'll work on it.
God damn it.
Oh no, I don't like that face. What happened?
Making bread more like a I'll bleep that out for YouTube.
I haven't even really taken a sip of this yet, and you're not to stop it. I can't even.
RJ, get drunk with me. You know what? I sounded pretty damn smart last week, but I'm about to sound dumb as fuck because I'm drunk.
It's a dumb as fuck episode of the Hoagies and Pierogis.
And that's what we need. We need some chaos going into the new year.
We do. We'll end out with all the chaos, and we'll leave it behind us in 2022, and then create more.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I like chaos.
Chaos control.
I'm a fan. Whoa.
What?
What?
I think I made an old Yu-Gi-Oh reference right there.
RJ, how's that whiskey treating you?
It's really good. It's Knob Creek smoked maple. I got
Dude,
this.
you got the bartender pourer on there.
Yeah, I got this. I got two of them one time because Reagan really likes mojitos. So one day I was like, I'm gonna, bartender it up for her. And on the thing, when I asked them, they were like, it fits in all of them. And I was like, sweet. Not in the rum, not in the Bacardi. It was loose as hell and it didn't work. So I put it in this and it worked. It works on the Knob Creek. So I was like, hell yeah.
2 shots of Bacardi. Oh shit! Why can't I hold all this alcohol?
But yes, it's delicious. It's nice and I don't really know what. It's good. That's all I care about.
Smoky.
Well, I smoked it extra, and I guess it was smoked before. So
Tari. I don't know. What's a good
I
descriptor
don't know if a good descriptor for whiskey is Tari. Maybe for a cigarette.
Well, that's what people say about like Scotch.
I've never heard that.
That it has
that
like a
sounds...
tar.
Dude, do I look like I'm about to get in like a pilot an airplane right now with these headphones? I'm back to the old ones because we hear Ian talking in the other ones I had, and I feel like I'm about to. This is your captain speaking. We have hit major turbulence. Please quit fucking in the bathroom.
Speaking.
Stop.
I will. It'll be bleeped.
Disavow. I formally disavow.
Oh, shut up. Yeah, Christmas was good. We played Eels and Escalators.
Oh yeah, I forgot you sent me that. That was awesome.
Yes, I bought Eels and Escalators, the board game.
Escalators. Eels. Oh, here we go with the plane again. I keep forgetting that
That's
I live.
just Old Man Jenkins and his jalopy.
Old Man Jenkins.
But yeah, it was like a little bit more complex version of Chutes and Ladders.
Oh.
A little bit shorter, it seemed like.
Yeah, it didn't seem as big.
Right. I mean, I wasn't expecting much,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it was worth it.
We
I played 2 games of it.
on Christmas Day we had Christmas Eve we were all over the place seeing Reagan's family, but then Christmas Day we had it at my mom's like condo and had it in like their community center, and I kind of took charge a little bit because like normally with presents with my dad's side of the family we're just like handing them out and everyone's opening them. You never know what anyone gets. So I said, you know what? I'm handing these gifts out one by one, and you're all going to sit there and you're going to watch what everyone got because people took the time to go get them for each other. So we're going to watch, okay?
Right,
Okay.
right. That's what we do. Lila hands out all the presents.
Yeah, like my mom's side of the family growing up, it was always the youngest cousin was the elf and handed them out. But I decided I was going to be Santa, and I was going to hand those bitches out. Give them their gifts.
Hey, hold on. Speaking of Elf on the Shelf, did you know that wasn't a thing until 2005?
That's what I said last week. It's a new thing, and Reagan asked me, like, why are we in a time with that's a thing? And I said, it's not going to be a thing.
And it's in Canada.
Oh, my God.
It's a Canadian thing.
We're following Canadians now?
What is going on?
Oh, my God.
What is happening?
Next thing, we're going to be saying a boot. And riding
Elf
moose.
on the Shelf, eh?
Oh,
Damn
my
it.
God. Get out.
How has that permeated our culture? Can you tell me that?
I don't know. Normally Canada's like
What the
20
fuck
years
is-
behind.
I know I had a problem with it last week, but I think I have an even bigger problem with it this week. I don't... Some awful bully parent decided to draw on their son's face and blame it on the fucking elf.
Wait, what? That's what happened?
That's abuse.
That is child abuse. They should have called Child Protective Services. Call the CPS on them.
But it was funny because it was a British kid. So any little kid with a British accent just sounds funny as hell.
Oh, it was that video? That's what started Elf on the Shelf?
No, that's not what started. I just saw that, though.
Oh, but that was part of an Elf
I
on the
just
Shelf
saw that like
thing?
a couple days ago.
When the kid was like, it's not funny.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was
It's
part
not
of Elf on
funny.
the Shelf.
It's not funny.
That was hysterical.
Yeah, they had the elf sitting there with like the marker in his hand, just fucking smiling at him with like.
Yeah,
that.
I think that person was like, were they British? They sounded Scottish. She was like, I got school. It's not funny. I've got school.
Maybe they were Scottish. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
It was hilarious though. I mean that part was funny, but I was like, why would you draw in permanent marker on your child's face before they go to school?
I know, that's crazy. I'm gonna reposition here a little bit, get a little bit more comfortable. It seems like a comfortable, off the rails, have fun with the boys kind of episode.
Get that dream catcher to catch those bad vibes.
Oh yeah, get those bitches out of there. It says love too.
Hopefully it gets rid of our bad takes.
What do you mean? We've got the best takes.
I don't know. The only one we've gotten right is Texas sucking ass. And that was only me.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was only you. That was literally only you and not me at all.
Thank God they lost last night.
I wanted to stay up for that so bad, but I worked 12 yesterday and I had to work 12 today, and I just couldn't stay up any longer. I was like, that's going to be a good game. It looked like it was.
27-20. It was like, I think their 6th or 7th game they lost by a touchdown.
Did you get to watch any
Or 7
of
points it
the
was.
Notre Dame Florida State game? No, not Notre Dame Florida State. Notre Dame South Carolina that just happened.
I saw it was 38-38 on a 100-yard interception return.
Dude,
But I haven't seen anything since, and that was like 20 minutes ago.
well, Notre Dame won, so it's over. But Spencer Rattler early in the game.
God damn it.
I know. But I don't like Spencer Rattler either. He's kind of a douche.
I don't either. And, you know, I was going to say I don't feel good for this albino fuck at all. Tennessee gave him too much confidence. And you know what? It's this game and the Tennessee game that's going to get him drafted. And we're going to have to see more of him in the fucking NFL.
I don't know why that kid thinks he's going to get drafted. I don't like. What?
He will, though. He will, though, because of these 2 performances this season.
No, if he wants to actually get drafted and be like maybe play, he should play another year, because another year in that system could do him well. But he's the cockiest kid in the world ever since high school, since he was on that QB1 show. and he's just been a cocky motherfucker, and he thinks he's hot shit, and he is really not that good. He's not. He won't get drafted in the top 3 rounds, and it will. And I don't even know if that can bring his ego down.
So I'm gonna have to do some research and watch that video because I haven't heard of that before.
Of what? Oh, of QB1.
Yeah.
It was like an old show or something. Like he was on a show. It was like a bunch of high schoolers who, I think Justin Fields was in it as well. Like a lot of older quarterbacks that are either playing in college or in the pros now that got drafted. So I didn't watch it. I just know he was part of it, and I've seen clips of just him being like such a douche. And he looks. I don't know. Him and what's it called? Stetson Bennett might need to go. Toe to toe for douche of the year.
That would be great.
Oh, we didn't talk about it more.
Wait. We have a category. We now have a category.
Yes, douche of the year.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, we do.
So that's a tease for everyone. Ian and I have talked about. Should we tell them? To build up the anticipation. So Ian and I said,
absolutely.
I forget who suggested the idea, but Ian and I talked about. Oh, I did. Good for me. Chalk that up for a dough for Hammy. But Ian and I decided we're gonna do pretty much what every other podcast does, but we're gonna do it in our own way, put our own little spice on it. We're gonna do end of the year awards. So we're gonna come up with. I think we want to aim for what, next episode, or do we want to aim for the episode after the national championship to maybe have that?
Because well, I said after the Super Bowl because
that's right, Super Bowl.
That's like dead season.
Yes,
what's happening after that. That's the middle of the NBA playoff race and NHL playoff race.
Yes.
So there's nothing.
So there you go. That's a very early tease after the Super Bowl because that's right. That's technically that's the end of the sports year almost.
Right.
Sports year kind of it ends with the Super Bowl. It starts back up when NBA and NHL playoffs begin. And then it goes through the lull where there's only baseball. You have your mid-season all-star break for the sports season. That's the baseball season. And then it kicks back up once football starts. So I think that's what we'll do. Every year, first episode after the Super Bowl, we'll do our end-of-the-year awards. It'll be an extra long episode for everyone because we'll obviously have to go over the Super Bowl and then all of our... So let's work it out on camera here. Why don't we? Do we want to...
Absolutely.
Do we want to each... Do we want to, so we can come up with the categories together, and then each present our nominees, give 2 nominees each, and then pick one? Or do we want to decide our nominees and then our winner off camera?
So I think we should nominate them on video.
Okay.
And then maybe, if something happens and we get enough fans to vote on it,
we could try that. We've got time to grow. We've been getting some good views.
Just had 20 views on our last episode, Holiday Shenanigans.
Have you checked our Instagram views though? We've got a clip that's got 300 plus views.
They're doing decent. They are doing some
numbies.
I don't want to say numbers, but we're moving a little bit.
Early numbers.
We're gaining some traction.
Yeah, we're learning. I think we took we had a long preseason, and now it's the regular season, and we're really getting into our groove. We're like the Lions this year. We're starting to really hit our stride. We took a couple,
absolutely.
We took a couple L's. We stumbled a little bit, but you know what? Now we're just we're grooving and cruising.
Hell yeah!
Although we still
Jameson Williams is back and ready to torch the defense.
Oh my God! Can we get into fantasy real quick while I'm thinking of it?
Yeah, sure.
So, going into so the way our fantasy works, we do the one where it's 2 weeks in the playoffs, just so everyone knows. Each playoff round is 2 weeks. I was going against Corey, who we should try and get on here somehow, but that might be literally impossible.
I think doesn't Corey live in the middle of nowhere?
Not even just location purposes, just his answer to literally everything is maybe. So you never know. So there's that. But
whoops.
We still love Corey. I was going against him. And the first week he killed me. And the second week, Jalen Hurts is his quarterback, so he was hurt. He did pick up Gardner Minshew. It started off rough because I picked up Lions defense because they've been playing well. And I was like, hey, I don't want to play the Cowboys against the Eagles defense, which was also smart. But the Lions ended up with negative 10 points. So if I would have just played the Ravens defense, which I had, I would have been okay. So it came down to Monday night. for that thing. He had Austin Eckler and Gerald Everett, and I had Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert literally just needed to not have 8 points less than them combined. So I will set this up. Gerald
I just realized
Everett.
John texted me about this. Keep going.
Oh, did he? Yeah. Gerald Everett had 0 points. 0 points. Austin Eckler scored 22, so kind of like a down week for Austin Eckler. Like not a lot of scoring. Normally he's like 30 plus. All Justin Herbert needed to score was 14 points. Now, if anyone else who's listening has Justin Herbert in fantasy and played him this week, Justin Herbert had 5 points. 5 points. Now, I would have beat Corey if he just had 14 points, which is like more than like normal, like normally a bad week. And I fell asleep during the game, and I woke up the next morning, and I was like, "What the fuck happened? He only had 5 points." And I looked it up, and Brock Purdy would have won me that week. I forget who.
Well,
a bunch of scrubs could have won me that week.
I mean, John literally just texted me and said, this was on Tuesday, I didn't realize RJ lost in fantasy playoffs because he started the Lions defense, who had negative 10 points, instead of the Cowboys, who had 4, and he lost by 11.
That wouldn't have really changed much. I still would have lost if I started the Cowboys. I had the Ravens defense.
No, you only lost by 11 points. That's a 14-point difference.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Okay, so it was really my defense. Yeah, I mean...
It really was. The Lions defense kind of fucked you.
Well, yeah, when I was talking to Shane, and they were playing the Panthers. So when I was texting Shane that day, I was like, the Lions are just fucking me. And he was like, why would you do that? And I was like, well, I wasn't going to play the Cowboys against the Eagles because I knew even with Gardner Minshew, they were going to shred them. And the Lions defense the past couple weeks has scored like right around 10 points. And I was like, that's perfect. But I dropped the Ravens defense to pick up the Lions defense, and the Ravens had like an amazing week on defense. Like, it was a low-scoring game, and they had like 2 turnovers or something. And I'm like...
The cold.
Yeah, oh my God. I just couldn't believe it. I just couldn't.
Oh, yeah, I didn't hit that unders parlay.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking the Bills. That. The Bills just went off in the second half.
Who did they play? Was that Saturday?
The Bears. Yeah, that was Saturday.
Yeah, the Saturday games. The only Saturday game I really watched. No, not Saturday. What Saturday game did I even watch?
Saturday was like basically, most of the games. There were only 3 on Sunday.
Oh, yes, that's right. I was getting confused. Yeah, Saturday, I pretty much only really watched the Eagles game. We watched the Ravens game, and then I watched the Eagles game. I watched nothing else but the Eagles game, which we can get into whenever.
Right.
And then Sunday, I didn't watch any of those. Not a single one. They all stunk out loud. The difference in the good teams.
Well, the Packers-Dolphins game was actually pretty good.
Well, do you want to go off about the Dolphins again? Because Tua is concussed.
I kind of do. Actually, I do. Over/under on how many years he'll be in the league. Go.
Oh my God! Yeah, like concussions can really. That's. Basically, that's probably.
Like, this is not.
No, I know.
A joke. How many? Let's put a $10 bet on it right now.
I'm
gonna say 2.5 years.
That was basically his third this year, so
2.5 years is my guess.
2.5 is pretty good.
Like he'll last 2 years and then get concussed in the half year and then die.
This isn't a joke. This is serious. He'll last 2 years and then die. Come on, Ian.
From his 50th concussion.
Yeah,
no,
yeah, two and a half.
You know what? No, it'll be a murder-suicide. That's what it'll be.
Well, he's gonna Chris Benoit it?
Yes.
Wait, yeah.
Or he can do it on live
wrestler.
TV and Bud Dwyer it.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know, but like two and a half.
This is terrible.
This is terrible. 2.5. But no, I mean it is serious though. Like we are making light of it, but it is kind of serious. We're like I said, it's basically his third concussion because he shouldn't have played that 1 week, and then he probably had one concussion, was maybe kind of recovering from it, came back, and then he got another, and then this was his third, and it was bad. This was another bad one, wasn't it?
This one it looked bad.
Like when's the last from what you remember? Who's the last not NFL, just any athlete that concussions basically just ended their career? Because I know who it is, and it's a person. It's a Philly connection for me.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking that, but AB, Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. Vontaze Burfict.
I didn't even think of that because he's just gone so crazy that I just chalk it up to him being insane.
I literally think that it's CTE. There's no Vontaze Burfict just completely destroyed him as we've said before.
That's a clip. That's a clip right there. What was his name?
Vontaze Burfict. What? What?
What?
We've gone over this before, and I was right.
You've never gone over Vontez.
Yes, we have.
Vontez Perfect. Vontez.
We've gone over this before. Burfict. That's what I said.
No, you said Vontaze Perfect. You got his last
Vontaze
name.
Burfict.
No, it's Vontez Perfect.
All right. I was definitely wrong in the first name.
No, you had the last name perfect.
But I know we have literally gone over it before, the last name before on this podcast.
You might, I'm going to be watching all of them again, so I might have to figure that out, but let's go with that.
Is it hot in here?
Is it hot in there? Or are you just stupid?
Do I feel embarrassed or what?
You should. You should. I'm sorry. I love you, Ian. I feel bad laughing at you. But that was perfect. I can't wait to clip that. That's going out tomorrow.
All right, fine. You know what I'll do?
Go ahead.
All right, this isn't getting uploaded until Saturday, probably tomorrow.
That's fine.
Right before New Year's. I am going to go on the streets, show people his name, and ask them how to pronounce it.
Now I gotta look at his name. You're gonna actually do that?
Because I may have been wrong, but what the hell would other people say when they see that name?
Well, see,
when you look at it.
See, this is
Vontaz.
But this is the difference.
Vontaze Burfict.
No. Now you're fucking up his last name. That time you said Bursfect.
Burfict.
I'm gonna chalk it up to you're drunk. That's what I'm gonna chalk it up to. I'm not even gonna say you're dumb because you're just arguing a point that's just completely wrong now. Because I think anyone who has watched football at all would get his name right. Like if you walked up to someone who has no idea about football, you might get a Vontaze Perfect or a Vontaze. If they watched football, you can't even say his name at all now. You just can't even say it. Oh, where's my torch?
You know I'm doing this on purpose, right?
No. That's what they all say. I'm doing this on. That's what John would say. I was just doing that on purpose, I was just doing it.
You got me. Oh, he said a word wrong.
I was just doing it to piss you off, RJ. Wait, what is it?
So. Any saltiness that I have from this, it stems from Call of Duty.
Oh, were you playing Call of Duty?
So we were playing DMZ last night, and it was going fine, and then we're like, we need a fourth person came on, so we switched to Warzone. We fucking suck at Call of Duty. I'm not gonna pretend like that we're good or anything. we fucking suck. But it's just so, like...
Sorry. It wasn't working very well. Go ahead. Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was listening, I promise. Reagan does the same thing where I'm not looking at her.
I know you were listening, but the torch was overpowering everything.
See, so this is the thing. The microphone's there, and where I was torching is there, so that was my fault.
It's okay.
We might have a lot of clips from this episode.
This just feels like chaos, and I kind of like it. I really, you know what? At this point, I don't even give a fuck how good it is.
Fuck sports.
I just want an hour of chaos.
Burnt my leg a little bit.
What the fuck are you? All right,
They fly.
All right, over under on how long it will take for RJ to burn his apartment down.
1.5 weeks.
10 days. I will give you 10 days.
I have to work at 7 tomorrow, too. I'll be alright.
Oh, that's right. That's why we're recording tonight.
I only have to work till 3. Normally I'm working 12 hours. I just got to work 8 tomorrow. It's nothing. I'll tell you what. When you're used to working 12, 8 hours is like poof, gone.
Dude, yeah, we're working 6 to 2 for this week and next week because we can't get overtime because we have Mondays off. So I was just like, yeah, I gotta drive to Pittsburgh today. I'm gonna leave at 12. It's not in Pittsburgh. It is not in Pittsburgh right now.
So I would like to announce there's a possibility I go to the Eagles game Sunday. I'm gonna look at tickets that morning and see what they cost, and also whether or not a graduation check I got goes into my account, because Chase has been fucking me lately with checks. They're putting holds on it for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, you said it was going to go in tomorrow. But yeah,
I mean, if it's like larger than $1,000.
No. None of them were larger than 1,000. The most was 500, and even that. But I've like my paychecks that are like more than $1,000 go right in. But a check that I take a picture of.
That's different.
I know it's different, but it's bullshit, is what it is. But yes, if I go, we will have an update about that. It doesn't seem hopeful that Jalen's playing also. So I'll have to wear my other jersey. I'll have to wear my Travis Fulgham jersey.
Why would you not wear your Jalen Hurts jersey? Why?
Well, because I don't really have a good reason. But if he's not playing, like, it makes sense. But I want to wear it when he's playing. Like, I want to be there and be like, Jalen, I love you. Please replace my fiance. I hope she's not outside listening right now, because I love her, and I can't wait to marry her. But man, do I love that man. I love that. I've never loved a quarterback so much in my life.
I was gonna name this and a Happy New Year, but I'm gonna name it "Coming Out of the Closet."
I hope you're spelling that with a C-U-M.
Well, yeah, it'll be C-U-M, that space, and apostrophe.
Which might be the most brilliant move we have done as far as this podcast and like branding.
Wait, hold up. That's actually a really good title. Come and out. Dude, I know I've said it to you before, but I haven't said it on the podcast. The N apostrophe naming scheme is fucking chef's kiss, dude. It's so easy to name episodes.
Ian, I was literally saying that before you just stopped me there. I was literally in the middle of saying that's the best thing we've done in this podcast is the apostrophe N thing.
Well, then guess what? I put it into better words.
You didn't give me a chance to get there. You just said, shut up.
Then get there faster!
Yeah, you're really coming out there.
I love this episode.
What a difference between this episode and the other night when I changed the Twitter Happy. And I get this long ass text from Ian. And I'm like, whoa, man. I did the Drake and Josh thing. Whoa, just take it easy, man. I'm sorry.
Just take it easy, man.
And now we're just having a blast. There's no fun without a little bit of turmoil.
I was mad. That also stemmed from Warzone.
So what I'm going to do before I do anything from now on that even includes this podcast, I'm going to go, Ian, have you played Warzone recently?
So yeah, I'll tell you why I was mad at that point.
I got it.
So,
I got the things that you said in the text. That I understood. But
right.
And I was like, I definitely have. I think I've told you before. I'm like make split decisions, and I don't really think things through, and I just do things. And then I'm like, Ian, I did this, and you're like, why didn't you tell me about it? And I'm like, good point. Sorry.
Well, that one was just weird because Twitter is being fucky. I did get back
fucking
into the Twitter,
stupid.
by the way.
Oh, good. Yeah, you never did tell me.
I just had the wrong username in.
Oh, when you texted me that last night, I was like, God damn it, what did I fuck up now?
But I went off because there's DMZ in Warzone or in Call of Duty.
Demilitarization zone?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, literally.
And it's a mission based gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
The goal is to not run into any actual teams. You just want to be fighting AI. So there's a whole bunch of AI all over the place. And we were in a truck and I needed to go somewhere. And instead of leaving the town with all the AI, my one buddy just sits there in the truck and lets us get shot by all the AI. Car's about to explode, we have to get out, and I die. And I freak the fuck out. I'm like, Harry! Just leave! Oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I turned off my PS5. And that's when I finished the text to you.
Oh my god.
So I was not in a good mood.
Well, I was in bed, and Reagan's right next to me, and she, like, saw it pop up on my phone, and she was like, I saw my name, what's it say? And I was
Is that
like,
another girl?
No, it said your name, and then she saw...
Because, dude, I sent a wall of text.
She saw your name, and she's like, I want to read it. And I was like, no, like, it's not bad about you, just, like, let me deal with it. And she's like, I want to read it. And I'm like, no, like, it's not bad. Like, just, let me just, I think something might have happened. I may have made a rash decision, and Ian and I just gotta tell Ian it's all good. I was like, just go to bed. She's like, no, I'm gonna have anxiety about it all night. And I'm like, oh my god. I was like, he said what I said about the logo. Is that it's a sombrero? It looks like a sombrero.
Reagan, you don't need to worry about it. I mean, literally, that's what I said kind of in the text. Reagan, don't worry about it.
Yes, you did.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna, before I drink the rest of this, I'm gonna put this back and just get beer or something.
We're going off the rails a little bit. I like this.
This might be a long episode, and I'm okay with it.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think it's dab time. Maybe, you know what? I'll hold off until RJ gets back. But I'll preheat it a little bit. There we go. We haven't talked about sports, like, at all. And like I said in the description on the on Spotify, we might not get around to it. We have all these bowl games to go over, but we're just here chilling.
I decided to be smart, and I got just a regular seltzer water.
We're just here chilling, RJ.
Yes, we are.
And you know what? If we don't get around to sports, fuck it.
That's okay. That's okay. I don't even really have that much to say about... I'll just say it. I'll just go into it now. I don't really even have that much to say about the Eagles game. Like, the Cowboys are frauds. Like, you barely beat Gardner Minshew. And yeah, I mean...
Or is the Eagles offense just that good?
I think the Cowboys defense is a fraud. I think our offense is good, but I think the Cowboys defense is a fraud, and it's... I mean, Micah Parsons was... Like, he did some things, but I don't think he... Obviously, I think Jalen Hurts is in that game. We win. There was a couple miscommunications on defense that definitely hurt us. Like that one, the 3rd and 31 play. That hurt. To T.Y. Hilton of all fucking people. Shane texted me and he goes, I didn't even know T.Y. Hilton was still in the league.
I had no idea he was traded from the Colts. Forget even being on the Colts anymore. When did the Cowboys sign him?
I don't think he was traded. I think he was cut from the Colts. I don't think he was traded. I think the Cowboys picked him up off waivers or something.
Did I say he was traded?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Okay, you didn't. You're right.
I said released by the Colts, or when he left the Colts.
That's another. I'm gonna clip that just so I know I'm right.
God damn it! I really don't think I said traded.
Okay.
Because I know I would have seen it if he was traded.
Just wait till you.
What the fuck is that?
Oh. Well, that's my bad. I was screen mirroring my phone to watch the Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl on the TV, and I just disconnected it, but I guess it was still playing. Which actually ended up being not a bad game. It went to overtime. But,
dude, Texas is ass.
I'll tell you what, is Texas ass, or did we discount Washington a lot this year? I don't think Texas was that good this year. I'll just say that.
What was it? I saw everyone was like, oh, USC and UCLA are leaving the Pac-12. And then I saw the Pac-12 doing the Usher meme.
They did. Yeah, I think the Pac-12 will be all right with Deion going to Colorado. That's huge. Did we even talk about that? That definitely happened.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, we talked about him losing toes, and I blamed it on diabetes.
That's right. Yes. That's going to be. I mean, he could have that program up and ready to go in a year or two. Washington's looked good. Oregon seems like they're still staying. They're going to have another year of Bo Nix. I think they'll be all right.
Oh, that's what we didn't go over. That's right. Bo Nix is staying at Oregon.
Crazy.
May have placed that Heisman bet a year too soon.
True. I don't like Oregon has been the same team since after Mariota left, where they are great all year. They're so good, and then they lose to a team they shouldn't. Like they lost to what they would have been. They probably would have been at the least been in the Pac-12 championship, but They lost to Oregon to Washington at home. To Michael Penix Jr., who arguably had probably the greatest quarterback season this year. I think his numbers were like top tier, if not the best.
Who did he play for last year?
He was the Indiana quarterback. Remember in 2020?
That's right.
When he had that diving touchdown against Penn State.
Yeah, I knew the name. I just couldn't remember.
Yeah, and then after that COVID year, he was good the COVID year, and then sucked the COVID after that, and then just had this complete resurgence at Washington. And I think he's coming back. I would imagine if he played in the bowl game, I'd imagine he's coming back for another year. Because why wouldn't you? If you played that well, and if you can play that well again next year. You're just increasing your draft stock for next year, which is going to be great. And I think that's awesome.
Well, I'm looking forward to the Oregon State game next year.
Oh, that'll be good.
A lot of people were saying that Oregon State was a QB away from competing. And guess what? They got DJ Ugly Ukulele. Guess what?
I might have to combine two clips for your name. That's a hard name. That's a hard name.
You know I'm doing that one on purpose, though,
I
because I said the exact same thing last time.
I know. Yeah, that will be interesting. I don't know. I just don't know if he's good. Like, he played one...
I think he's average enough. And I heard... I was going through the comments after he transferred, and a lot of people were saying that it was just the big games that got to him. If there was no pressure, he was fucking amazing. But when it came to the bigger games... That's when he kind of folded a little bit.
The one, when
Trevor Lawrence was still there, and when I think Trevor Lawrence got COVID or whatever, he played in that game against Notre Dame and played really well, which was a huge game. He wasn't the starter and everything, so I don't know how much I believe that. Where like maybe he just wasn't that good, but I mean we'll see. Maybe he has a resurgence at Oregon State.
Well, I think maybe in that case he didn't really have. I mean, he knew he was going to start that week, but he wasn't named the starter from like week 1. It's just something there where some switch kind of hits when you enter the game.
I guess
as the backup QB.
Yeah.
And not the starter.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this Cade Klubnik guy pans out. I guess for Clemson and actually, I'm literally watching him right now, so I should.
Oh yeah,
pay
they're
a little
playing
bit.
Tennessee right now.
Yeah,
Yes,
literally
we
the
didn't
most orange bowl that could be. The only way it could get more orange is if somehow the Syracuse Orange were literally involved.
I mean that would be it. I think
it would have to be Tennessee and Syracuse because Clemson.
Tennessee and Syracuse, yeah. Clemson has purple.
Yeah, Clemson has the purple. All the other two are white and orange, and that's it.
Syracuse is navy, which is
I forgot about that. I didn't even realize they had navy. You know what I forget sometimes is Donovan McNabb was a Syracuse quarterback.
Wait, what?
Donovan McNabb played at Syracuse, and then when we drafted him, everyone booed him, and kind of rightfully so because he might lead a lot of Eagles, records and whatnot, but he was not good.
I didn't know that.
He was elite at throwing the ball at receivers' feet, just elite at it. He's the opposite of Dak. Dak's great at just skying the ball way over people. Donovan McNabb, straight to their feet. That might be my dad talking, but
Did you just say a borderline Hall of Fame QB is bad?
he's got the numbers. Tony Romo has the numbers too, but do we really think Tony Romo is good? What big games? Like, I mean, yeah, he got us to the Super Bowl once, but
The fucking Super Bowl?
what? Ian, what did he do in the Super Bowl? He puked and choked.
Lost against the cheating Patriots.
You puke and you choke, and that's a game. I mean, I know probably most Philly fans hate Terrell Owens now because of his Cowboys stint. But man, when you go back and watch highlights from that Super Bowl game, he put that team on his back on a literal broken leg. His leg was broken, and I think he had like a touchdown and like over 100 yards. I don't know how many receptions, but he was basically the reason we were even in that game.
Greg Jennings. Oh no! Dan Sharper, one of the hardest hitting safeties in the league.
Oh boy!
Greg Jennings put the team on his back though.
Look at Joe Milton go slinging touchdowns to the back of the end zone.
Dude, that makes me want to play an NFL
06
franchise, a Madden franchise.
Go back to NFL or Madden 06. It was one of those.
Yeah, it was better back then.
After that,
05 was the best, in my opinion.
It was like 04 to 06 were like the prime years. Although the only bad thing about 06 was they had that cone thing, the QB cone, the QB vision or whatever, where it like showed you where your QB was looking with the cone. That was the only thing bad about it. But after
I
that,
think I had 2006 on the PSP, so it might not have had that feature. 2006 was Sean Alexander on the cover, right?
no, that was 2006 was Donovan McNabb. That's why I know that because we had it.
It may have been different for different versions, but
No, Sean
2005
Alexander,
it was.
Sean Alexander, I think, was 05.
No, 05 was a Ravens player.
That's right. It was Ray Lewis. 05 was Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis.
04 was
04
Vic.
was Vic.
03 might have been Sean Taylor. Or 07. Oh, it was 07.
No, it was
7 or 8.
Yeah,
that
it was
Sean
07
Taylor.
or 08.
07 or 08 was Sean Taylor. We should just quiz each other on all the Madden covers. Let's just do that real quick. Why not?
What is the only Madden cover to feature two teams?
Oh, that's easy. It's 10. It was the Cardinals and the Steelers. It was
Yep.
it was Larry Fitzgerald and Troy Polamalu.
Yep.
Come on, don't.
Yep.
Let's just what was this year? Let's just. I'm gonna quiz you right now. What was this year?
It was Brady and Mahomes. Brady Mahomes.
Okay, good. I didn't know until you said it, and then I remembered.
I was about to hit the PlayStation button on my controller, but I didn't. I'm not cheating.
All right, so that was Madden 20. What was that? 22. It was
23.
23. That still fucks me up. All right, what was 22? What was 22?
22 is Lamar.
Yep, 21.
I have no idea.
I don't either. I should have pulled up a list before I started asking you these questions.
Quiz each other. We don't know the answers. Go.
Here, I'll pull them up.
Dude, did you see Blaine Gabbert saved a helicopter crash victim on his jet ski?
I did. That's crazy.
Dude, that's the best thing a Jaguars QB has ever done.
Oh, jeez. Okay, this
Got
year.
him!
Oh,
Got him!
you were wrong. You were wrong. We complete this year. John Madden was on the cover because he died last year.
Got him!
22. So we were a year ahead.
We were.
So 22 was Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. 21 Lamar. 20.
Right.
You should get this because this person won their first Super Bowl that year. I'll give you a hint for each one if you need it. Won his first Super Bowl before this year before. You cheating?
No, I was about to. I really have no idea. I couldn't tell you. This is terrible because I'm not going to know any of them.
Maybe I feel like you should quiz me even though I had to. It was Mahomes was 20. 2019. He may or may not have suffered from CTE.
Antonio Brown.
There you go.
Wait, really? He was on the cover.
Yeah, and then after that season, I don't know if he's really been that good since. The Madden curse has.
It claimed Brady this year.
It claims a lot. It claimed. Well, no, not this year. It was
a year late, but whatever, close enough.
I was gonna say we can't say it claimed John Madden.
It was post cover.
True.
That's all that matters.
I was gonna say it didn't claim John Madden because John Madden died before that happened. Also,
right.
any Brit that says they don't understand what it was like when the Queen died, like that, us Americans don't understand. We lost John Madden. John Madden was our Queen Elizabeth. For any football fan, he was our Queen Elizabeth. John Madden was the best.
When he retired from TV was the day he actually died.
No. But he was still around. He was still doing stuff. He was, but like, what has the Queen done since age? I don't know, like 60.
Say hello.
Yeah. That's all that John Madden has done. Anyway, 18. Here's your hint. Meh.
Brady?
Yep.
What the fuck? So Brady and Mahomes have been on the cover twice in the past 5 years?
Yeah. 17. Your hint is 69.
Gronk.
There you go. 16. Your hint is the one I want to do is too obvious, so I'm gonna go with boat picture. The iconic boat picture.
Brady again, almost dropping the Super Bowl trophy?
No. This is 2016. The iconic boat picture. This franchise has not won a playoff game since the boat picture.
I just farted.
3 fingers.
OBJ.
There you go. I'm making these too obvious. Do you think this is boring? Because
I don't know them.
I love quizzing people. Do you want to? All right, this is a game. I'll do this. We can do this or we cannot. I have a different game that I love to play with Nate. I go to Next Gen Stats, and I ask him the top 5 for like passing yards, passing touchdowns, rushing
No,
yards,
I'm not
rushing.
gonna do that.
Okay, I love
I'm not
doing
gonna
that
do
with
that.
people. I
Dude,
would
this
love
isn't
to be
fucking
quizzed.
Sporkle.
I
This
know,
isn't
but I
Sporkle.
just love it. It's fun. It's probably, you know what? You're right. You're right. It's probably horrible content, but I love doing it. Because
I'll watch people play Sporkle, but if we're trying to do it without the visual,
true. Um, Surprisingly, maybe not surprisingly, Brady is. I think he's like top 3 in passing yards this year.
That's
I'm
not
almost
surprising.
certain. Because, well, yeah, I
passing
guess.
attempts, he's probably number 1 because he throws it 50 fucking times.
I was gonna say he. That's not surprising because they get the ball down the field and then they get to like the red zone and they just can't do anything. And it.
So
Do you think that? Do you think that has to do a lot with like Gronk not being there? Like they just don't have a real true red zone threat because their offense stalls out every single time.
well, I feel like the combo of who is it, Cameron Brate and who's their
Otten.
other tight end?
Something Otten is another one.
Yeah,
They've got like
yeah,
4 that
Ray,
have been played.
Ray Otten or something.
Yeah.
And there's a third one. I feel like that's a decent trio. I really don't think it's too terrible. So I don't think it's just Gronk not being there.
They're a good trio,
And,
but
dude, Mike Evans is still there. Chris Godwin's still there. It's not like he's lacking weapons. Russell Gage is still there.
true. Yeah, maybe they're just.
I just
Maybe Todd Bowles is really just not a good coach.
I mean, yeah, I was just about to say I really feel like it's just the Buccaneers.
Like Todd Bowles is a great defensive coach,
But
but I don't think he's a good head
before
coach.
Brady went there, they were at best 500.
Well, they didn't have.
So I mean, like this isn't really surprising to me. After 2 years, all of a sudden they're back to what they were.
But remember this: the year before Brady went there, it was Jameis and Bruce Arians in the first year. Jameis that year went 30 for 30. He did. I want them to make a 30-30 about that. He had 30 touchdowns,
That would be so good.
30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions, and he also threw for like
And 30 crab legs.
yes, and I think he was like. I think he had the most passing yards that year, or second most. Like he had 5,000 plus passing yards that year, and then after that they traded him. They got Brady. That first year they win the Super Bowl. Second year they go to what? They lost to the Rams. I think it was. That was last year. Was the second year, right? I think so. Whatever.
Don't ask me what
things
happened a
get
year
blurred.
ago.
But anyway.
I don't know anything
Second year,
past a year
second
ago.
year they lose to the Rams in like the NFC Championship game. Bruce Arians steps aside. Todd Bowles takes over. Everything goes to shit. I mean, and I think the Bucks almost made the playoffs that year that Jameis went 30 for 30, or they made the wild card.
I don't know. I really just think Brady needs to retire, and they would have had a better look at what the roster actually was. Because all of the free agents that were on the team signed because of Brady to stay on this year. They would not have done that if he retired.
I think they're
For real.
Yeah, I think the defense. I don't think the defense is. I think a lot of the offensive free agents. Well, I guess.
Yeah, I should clarify the offensive free.
Well, I guess one thing that we're probably forgetting, to be honest, is their offensive line was decimated before the season even started.
Right.
So I don't think Brady has as much time. Now he is one of the best at getting the ball out before you get to him, but look at all their games. They're all low scoring, and the only reason they ever lose games really is because they can't capitalize in the red zone. But the only reason they're in those games is because their defense is so goddamn good. Like the Bucks defense, I think if their offense was better, I think people would put them and the 49ers kind of in the same elk, but their offenses run so badly because I think their defense is honestly that good. Because I'll be honest, the only team I'm scared of in the playoffs at this point, as far as Eagles mindset, is the 49ers. Because they are just a well-oiled machine on defense. Their offense can run.
Right.
Their offense can run no matter who the fucking quarterback could be. I could be the quarterback of the 49ers and take them to the playoffs. You don't have to throw that much. You just have to Kyle Shanahan schemes those run plays, and now he has Christian McCaffrey. All I got to do is pitch the ball to Christian McCaffrey, and he can make the touchdown throw. They're very scary. The more I think about it, the Niners are very scary.
Just thinking about it, I was trying to find it. There was a meme going around of Ralphie looking up at the Christmas leg lamp.
Oh yeah.
And it was like Buccaneers fans were Ralphie, and then the leg lamp was Ryan Suckup's leg. They were like, "Oh, you're the only thing winning us games now."
Do you know what I just remembered? Because it came up on the TV. The college football playoff is tomorrow.
Oh, I have it down here.
I was gonna say, let's go over what our picks were real quick for everyone.
Yes, I have that. I have that ready to fucking go.
Let's go. Let's remind everyone what our picks are. Maybe when I hear it again, maybe I want to change it. But let's hear them again. I don't think I will.
Right. Okay.
Because I did click.
Playoff predictions.
Okay.
First game up is TCU Michigan.
Yes, that's the first game of the day. 4 o'clock.
You have Michigan winning 45-31. I have TCU winning 26-24.
That's right. You had convinced me of TCU, but for the content of being against you, I went Michigan. Okay.
Right.
I had
And you think?
40,
that looks like
31.
a pretty convincing win. Yeah.
Yes, because I said that it would be close, and then like the last like 3, 4, like 5 minutes or something like that, I said TCU would like be on a drive or something, and then Michigan would basically just end up leaning on them so much that it just ends up being not a blowout, but more than a double-digit win.
Right.
Because Kansas State, they should have lost to the first time. They lost to them in the Big 12 championship, and Michigan is a better Kent State, and I'll talk about Georgia when we get to it.
So TCU is choosing a weird approach by telling literally everyone their game plan this week. They were like, "We know Michigan's going to run the ball."
Well, everyone knows Michigan's going to run the ball. I don't know if that's giving up your game plan.
And then, like before that, they were like giving up, like, "Oh, we're gonna like throw it all over them. We're gonna, Max Duggan is gonna run it all over them." They're being a little bit. It's just a little bit weird. It's not. I don't think it's big or anything, but it's just a little bit weird how they're acting towards this game.
Well,
I don't think they're taking it as seriously as they should.
Yeah,
So,
I do think
I'm going to stick with TCU, but
I'm going to stick with Michigan. I'm going to stick with that score. What do I have TCU scoring? 31?
31, yeah.
Give me 28.
28,
Yeah.
down a little bit.
Yes, I want to go down a field goal.
I think the spread is like 4.5 points or something.
That's crazy. 4?
Yeah, it's low.
I feel like it was,
For Georgia Ohio State, I know it's 6.5.
Oh, okay. Then I'm thinking of that. I can't wait till we get to that game.
So I really it depends on what kind of TCU offense shows up, honestly. Is it the one that scores 13 points and still wins, or is it the one that scores 40 points and still wins?
Honestly, I think the offense has been so consistent. The offense is going to be consistently good. The offense does what it needs to do. I think it's going to depend on what TCU defense shows up, because that defense showed up in that Texas game. Like, the offense didn't show up as much, but that TCU defense showed up, and that Texas team, as much as we said it's bad, and I think it is more. Quinn Ewers didn't get the whole year, growing pains, and maybe Texas's defense is a little bit fraudulent. I think their offense could have been at that time between Bijan Robinson, Xavier Worthy, and Quinn Ewers, they could have thrown all over that TCU defense, but that TCU defense stepped up and battled out and won that game. If that defense shows up against a Michigan offense that, I think we talked about how J.J. McCarthy has kind of come into his own. An offense that really their only weapon truly is Braylon Edwards. Is that his name? Braylon Edwards? I think I got that right.
The running back?
Yeah, they're running back. Because Blake Corum's out. Blake Corum's done.
It's not Braylon Edwards.
No, it's not Braylon Edwards.
Wait, is it? I think it's Xavier.
No, it's not Xavier. I think it's Braylon. We're gonna have to look.
You know what?
Make sure we get it right.
This is a job for the Magic Box. Google. Michigan running back.
Yes, Braylon Edwards.
I mean, speaking...
Yes.
Braylon Edwards,
Nope,
okay.
nope,
Speaking of running backs, I was just going to
that's
say
wrong.
on Texas real quick, they're losing their top 2 running backs to the draft. But even their 4th string running back is going to do fine. Did you see like
Donovan
from their 4th string running back?
Donovan Edwards. I want to make
Donovan Edwards.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't think Braylon was right.
Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't. I was looking that up. So go ahead, and then I want to go back to my point.
I was just saying. It was just about the running backs. It's over.
Oh, okay. I think the star of Michigan, I think, is the offensive line, really, and that's why Braylon Edwards is able to break so many of those big runs.
Donovan Edwards.
God damn it! I literally just fucking looked it up. Donovan Edwards. All right, you know what? You had your Fantaze perfect, and I've got my Braylon Edwards. Donovan Edwards was able to break some of those big runs at Ohio State is because the offensive line. But if TCU's defense, and they've had more than a month to prepare for this game, if they can play the type of game they played against Texas with all the weapons that Texas had, and Texas honestly has a fairly solid offensive line, I think that they can shut down basically a Donovan Edwards run offense, and I think they have a chance. But like I said, I think Michigan have proven that they earn the respect. But I would not be. I'm going to stick to TCU losing 28-45, but I would not be surprised if it's closer or if TCU wins. I just completely contradicted my prediction, but whatever.
Right. I think that will be. I don't know if it'll be the best game of the day because I'm really looking forward to the Bama Kansas State game, but I think it'll still be a really good game.
Is that the same day?
It is. It is Saturday. Yep.
That's tomorrow.
Right.
What time does that game start?
I think that one's. That one might be 1:00.
Oh, it's at 12. I'm gonna have to watch that while I'm at
12. Yeah.
I shouldn't have worked tomorrow. I should have just not did. But I already know.
We're into the New Year's Six. I mean, the Orange Bowl is the first of the New Year's Six bowls.
I know. I should have.
What's the score right now?
It is. Well, it's commercial, so I'll look. It's 7-0 Tennessee end of the first quarter, which is kind of surprising.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's kind of surprising because Tennessee's defense is really bad, and
Clemson better pick it up. I have them covering tonight.
Were they dogs?
I think it was only 2.5. No, they were.
You have Tennessee covering tonight?
No, I have Clemson
plus 2.5 or minus 2.5.
Plus 2.5 or minus 2.5. I think.
Actually, I can tell you.
I can
tell you.
Let me fucking look it up. Maybe I should just look it up before I say it.
At the time the game started, Tennessee was -1 favorites.
I think.
Oh no!
Clemson was the favorite.
Sorry, that's live. Clemson was -3.5 at the closing odds. Closing odds was Clemson -3.5. And I think that's because Joe Milton was the starting quarterback who cannot throw the ball less than 80 miles an hour. Just rocket arm, but has no touch.
Actually, in one of my parlays, I have Tennessee money line, so that's good. You know what? That's fine.
I'll tell you what. I would like to mention something. I'm in Delaware right now, and even I went back home and I was in Maryland and Pennsylvania, which are now legal states right now. Being in a state where the mobile gambling apps and all that are not legal, pretty profitable. Not gambling is pretty profitable, I will say. I do miss it.
Wait, for you?
For me, not gambling. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, not gambling is pretty profitable. Shane asked me, he's like, "How's it being in a not legal state?" And I said, "Profitable."
How's it like to have an extra $100 on your paycheck?
Basically, yeah. And honestly, even when I went back, I was like, because like even I didn't want to bet on the Eagles game because Gardner was playing, and I think they pushed the spread. I think that closed at 6, and we lost by 6. But yeah, I haven't had any interest to really bet on anything, and I'm like, once it comes to Delaware, yeah, I'll probably get back into it. But if I'm an extended time and like over the summer when we go to Maryland for the shore, actually it'd only be baseball, and I'm probably not gonna. It's gonna be a nice little break.
Yeah,
I'd miss it. I definitely miss it, and I'm definitely because I miss. You know what I miss about it, other than just like the thrill of like watching a game that, like right now, if I was in a legal state, the bowl game, I would have had a bet on every single bowl game. I have hardly watched any, because especially ones where I'm like, I don't care about either of these teams.
No, literally, I literally have not watched more than
Like,
10 minutes of any game
other
this year,
than like
of any bowl game,
Yeah, other than starting yesterday. Yesterday was probably the first time I started to actually care about some of the bowl games, but I just couldn't stay awake for some of them. I do miss the addiction to the multi-screens, like having 3 screens going and being like, I've got bets on all of these games, and I've even got bets on like 2 of the games that I have no idea. Like it's not even on my screen. Like it's on Pac-12 Network and fucking ESPN Plus, and I got my 3 priority games right now. Like I do miss that, but I also am like, I'm not losing money because honestly, if most of us like normal people, if you're betting on sports, you're usually losing.
Right.
Usually losing.
Well,
you can hit the occasional
I'm losing
parlay. You can hit the occasional parlay, which will boost you up, but we're usually
right. 1, I'm losing money. 2, I'm gonna need a new heart valve by the time I'm 45.
And 3, it just ruins your day. Like
So,
if you have a heartbreaking loss at like 1:00 or noon for college, you'd never get over it until the next week. And it just ruins your day, and it affects your mood. Like there's multiple times where I'm like, we were honestly at the shore, and I had bets and games weren't going my way, and I was just in a bad mood. And Megan's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Well, I can't really." Like I'd tell her, but I wouldn't. I was like, it's such a stupid reason to be so upset because it was like a $5 or $10 bet, but it was like something I felt so good about, and I'm like, these motherfuckers. Or it was like the last leg of a parlay loss, and I'm like, just ruins your night. And the whole night, sometimes you just can't even go.
Rice lost to Southern Baptist by 12.
Yeah.
They needed to lose by less than 12.
There's not crying. I have not cried over a bet yet, but I imagine it'll probably come someday. It'll come someday once it gets legal here. But it is admittedly nice to watch games and just be like,
after you lose your house.
it is nice to like Sunday have like the Eagles game and then just red zone and just be like, it's cool to just be excited about exciting plays and not be like, why the fuck am I not getting an update on this game that I have money on? Like,
this hasn't updated in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Dude, I know it's not 2nd and 12 anymore. Come on, refresh.
Yeah, it is nice not being like a psycho about having to have eyes on a game that you bet on. But once it becomes legal here, it'll probably come back, I'm sure.
Yeah. So you want to go over the second playoff game?
Yeah, I do. I do have to pee. I do really have to pee because this is... Well, we said it was going long, but I do have to pee. Should I
Oh,
go
this
pee?
is gonna be, dude. This is the end of the year blowout. Go pee.
All right. I'll be back. The lights are off.
I'll cut this. You know what? I'll probably maybe cut this out, but probably not.
No, we love leaving the pee breaks. I'll bring my microphone. You can listen to me. Listen to my stream.
I don't know if anyone wants to listen to your
no
stream.
one does. And honestly, the only reason I do it to pee is because I drank so much coffee and water at work today. Like when I was there, I was either pissing or shitting. I don't know, every half hour towards the end of the day.
You know what? I will cut this part out because I need to go get a beer too. So it's just gonna be dead silence. We'll be back.
And this is our ad for Squatty Potty. I'm gonna go squat that potty. All
right, let's get into game 2.
Let's get back into game 2, and then after game 2, unless we go off on something else, I'm gonna have to go. I still gotta work early and I gotta eat. But if we're flowing,
late enough, so I have a couple things to like mention on the side that won't take too long.
That's true. We'll get through that and we'll go. So game 2, give me what the predictions were.
So RJ, you had Georgia winning 35-17. I had Georgia winning 34-31, a close game.
Okay, I'll let you go first.
Both of them are close games. So
yours was closer, where
I
you
really
said it was going to be like either like Georgia scores to go ahead by 3, Ohio State is driving, and CJ Stroud throws a pick, or it was like CJ Stroud is driving to win and throws a pick 6 and they're up by 3. It was one of those things where it was like devastating
CJ
loss.
Stroud is Ohio State's driving, they're down by 3, interception to end the game. I think that's what I said. I'm glad you remembered that because that jogged my memory. I would not have remembered that by myself.
You basically I think you had said something different of what it was, but basically in the end of the gist of it was a devastating loss for Ohio State.
I'm pretty sure I said game sealing INT for Georgia.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's what I said.
Yeah, it was something of that sort. Yep.
But like just game sealing INT because I'm pretty sure I said Ohio State will be driving down the field.
Everyone can go look at
everyone
can go back and look at the clips because I clipped that out and we don't remember and are not smart enough to go look at it.
Did you clip that out?
Yeah, I clipped out our predictions.
Oh wait, when?
The week we did that episode. Somehow I made.
Is it
actually?
It's not on Instagram.
Right. I might have clipped it out.
I know it's not.
It might not be on Instagram, but it might only be on Twitter. Or I clipped out.
I don't even think it's on Twitter.
Okay, then
I watch all the clips.
That's right. You're right. I clipped out 4 clips, like 4 or 5 clips from that episode, but because that one was so long, because it was all our takes from the TCU Michigan game and then the other one, I didn't post it because we had decided we were just going to do about like 2 to 4 clips a week between the two of us. So I had like 5 or 6, and I was like, I just won't post that one.
Because I like to do the initial one right after I upload.
Yes.
Just to notify people on Instagram that it's uploaded.
Yeah. So that's what it was. I clipped it, but I didn't put it out. So maybe I'll put that out this week and then clip our different positions. Whatever. I'll figure it out.
If you can find it, yeah.
No, I have it. It's just a long.
Okay.
It's just a longer clip. I don't know how long can our clips be now with the Twitter.
Well, I mean, on Twitter they can be like fucking 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's like 2 to 3 minutes long. So maybe I'll clip that.
But
and then follow it up with our.
I
new
think we should
positions.
keep clips to a minute. That would be.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, go ahead.
Probably good.
You're
people's.
Have you changed?
I know
anything?
my attention span does not last 2 minutes.
That's true. Have you changed your mind at all?
Right.
As far as
you were right about my prediction.
Yeah.
I think Stroud's gonna try the best he can. He might be hobbling by the end. That's my prediction. I think he might have a Max Duggan type of game. Honestly, that's what I'm thinking he's gonna try to do against Kansas State. Like what Max Duggan did against Kansas State. I think it'll be a little bit similar. But he's not gonna pull through in the end.
Duggan. Max Duggan. Not Dugan.
All right, so there was literally someone with the last name Dugan,
I know.
Duggan, in my high school,
You are
and he
just-
pronounced it Dugan.
I know.
So I don't want to hear shit about that.
I just,
I'll take all the Vantaze Burf shit, but I'm not gonna take that Dugan shit.
I feel like I'm gonna have to cut clips together for this week. Ian forgot how to pronounce names, but I could get the Dugan
This
thing.
week, Ian decided to start drinking at 12 o'clock.
That's also true. So I have a formal announcement about this game for myself. I'm going to flip. I'm going to be opposite of you for both games, and I'm going to set up probably the most anticipated and exciting championship game of all time with Ohio State and Michigan playing each other. Ohio State wins 40... No. Yes. No.
What?
38-35.
Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. No.
No. I'm decided on who's going to win, but the score 38-35 Ohio State. Georgia is not the same defense that they were last year. I kept saying that they were Michigan but better, where their defense is better. Their defense is definitely better than Michigan. But they don't have the same run game as Michigan does. I think Michigan's offensive line is better, and I think Michigan, honestly, I think J.J. McCarthy is better than douchebag Bennett. And I think that, Ohio State, they had a bad half. They were in that game I'm pretty sure they were leading at half. And they just kind of quit, honestly, in the second half. And if they can just not quit, they have C.J. Stroud. They have Marvin Harrison Jr. They're getting Mayan Williams back. So they will have, honestly, their
weapons.
Yeah, they have the weapons. And they didn't
Wait, are they getting...
They're not getting
Cannon Smith and Jiba back?
No, he opted out halfway through the year, basically, is what he did. He's not coming. He probably is healthy.
The way I wanted you to react to that was like, no, it's Cannon's.
I didn't even listen to what you said. I didn't even listen to the name. But no, he's not playing. He's opted out. He's going to the draft. They do have the offense that could expose it. And it's the same thing with TCU. If their defense can just step up a little bit, which I do think Ohio State's defense is better than Georgia, and you have all this time to prepare, I'm just going to do it again I just want to be opposite of you on both. And I do think they honestly do have a chance where I think that would be the closer of the two games. I really do.
Devil's advocate is what's wrong with this world.
It is. I'm probably going to be wrong. Georgia will probably
That's
win.
why there are school shooters.
Watch Stetson Bennett have an all-time performance somehow. Probably not, but hey. That's it. That's what and then next episode we'll go over who was right, who was wrong. I want that official Ohio State, what did I say? 38 Michigan, or no, not Michigan.
38-35 OSU.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. I think Ohio State will go on that drive to get the game-winning field goal.
Before, just let me get your PSU Utah prediction.
Oh my God, a typical
that one's on Monday.
Yeah, a typical Rose Bowl game, 65-63. I don't know who the fuck wins. Like a typical Rose Bowl game over the past couple of years. Just high scoring, and it probably won't be. It'll come down to the wire.
Right.
I don't want to give an official score because I'm definitely biased that I'm going to hope Penn State wins. Do I think they will? I don't know. Because I really don't know how good the Big Ten honestly was this year. Because the only two games Penn State lost, because they pretty much killed everyone else. The only other two games they lost was Ohio State and Michigan, the two teams that are in the playoffs. So,
yep.
And I mean, Utah's good. Utah's pretty good.
They are good. I mean, I definitely underestimated them when they played USC for the second time.
Because I think I think Penn State's defense is good. It's just
Right.
Is Clifford playing, or is he just like, all right, I'm done? He's probably playing.
He's probably playing. I don't see why
This
he
would
wouldn't.
this would have been a perfect game to be like, I'm just gonna go get ready for the draft to be drafted or just undrafted and let Drew Allard like this. It's what bowl games have kind of become. A lot is it's kind of like a look into the next year of your program as a fan. Like, um, that was building for a while. It's a look into what your program could be the next year, like with all the opt outs for draft, like going to the NFL. Like, I'm trying to think who's the best example this year, but honestly, a lot of the players who are getting like going to the draft are actually playing. Like Bryce Young's playing too.
Right. Yeah, he
So
is. So that's why I think Alabama's going to win. I don't think it'll be close against Kansas State.
so like it's a look into what the future of your program holds with a lot of opt outs and stuff like that now, where they're not going to play these bowl games. It's like,
Right.
yeah, it's all the backups and stuff, but this is our future. It's a lot of like maybe freshmen, redshirt freshmen, sophomores, and
I have more stuff to go over. You want to be more long-winded?
Yeah, you're right. All right. Anyway, I don't know. I have no prediction for the Penn State game. I doubt we'll win. That's my prediction.
Well, the most exciting transition that I'm hoping for college football to the NFL is the rumor that Ian Rappaport reported that Bill O'Brien could possibly have a reunion with the Patriots next year.
That's not
He is
bad.
He's emerging as the next possible coordinator for New England, and that is exactly what Mac Jones needs. I think that would be perfect for him. I think that just because Brady didn't get along with him doesn't mean that he's bad. You know, his game is more geared towards the NFL than college, which is what everyone's saying. Everyone's like, if he leaves, that's perfect for Alabama and New England.
Yeah, because like Alabama, they've been good.
He's just their like offensive.
But this is one of Alabama's worst years with Bill O'Brien as the offensive coordinator.
I think he's just the offensive line coach. Is he the offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus. Well then, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think talent wise they're as good as they used to be. Like they don't have any real big wide receiver. Like their wide receiver class over the past couple of years was so good, and they don't have anyone.
Right. Exactly. But dude, I got.
I mean, it's better than fucking Matt Patricia and Joe Judge.
Yeah.
So.
I got really high earlier, and I went into Evergreen, and I was just watching SportsCenter, and it said that the Raiders might consider trading Derek Carr.
That's
and
why he's not starting.
He's just getting away from the team. He's away from the team right now.
Yeah, well,
to avoid distraction is what it said on SportsCenter. But then I thought, what if they traded Derek Carr for Mac Jones straight up?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And Mac Jones goes back with Josh McDaniels, who he had a great rookie season with, and Derek Carr is fucking great under Bill O'Brien. I was like, I don't hate that. I really don't hate that. Mac Jones throws as many interceptions as Carr does, so I really don't care about that.
I'll tell you what.
That's the only flaw in Carr's game is that he's really kind of inaccurate.
It sure
But
does.
he slings it. He's willing to sling it though.
It sure does.
And he has the arm talent.
If that were to happen, it does seem like the writing on the wall for Derek Carr going somewhere else is there. All of it together makes Devontae Adams' decision that much worse because I think he reported himself
It does.
that the Packers offered him more money, but he went to go play with Derek Carr, and he's just trapped with the Raiders, and I think the Raiders just might be cursed. And also, Josh McDaniel really just might not be a good head coach.
Mac Jones with Devontae Adams, though. He has a real weapon.
True.
How great. I mean, it just makes too much sense when I thought about it.
How much of a... This makes you seem like a really big Mac Jones fan. Like, would you be cheering for him on the Raiders?
Well, dude, I was high enough to consider it, and I like it. I'm sticking with it.
Like, it seems like I don't know how much.
It makes too much sense. It makes way too much sense, which is kind of why I don't think it's gonna happen. But it's It's perfect.
How much? So this is where I'll kind of scale this, I guess. How much that first year of Brady being on the Bucks were you just cheering for Brady because of everything he did for the Patriots? Like, were you when he was in the Super Bowl, were you like all in, or you just didn't care?
Dude, I hate when people ask that question. Like, it's basically saying, were you a fan of the Patriots or a fan of Brady?
No, no,
I'm
no.
a fan of the Patriots.
Not even. No, I'm not
I don't
even.
care what Brady did or what he would have done with or without the Patriots.
It's not even because of that.
I mean, it's fucking awesome. Listen, I feel really good for him. It's awesome that he did that. But it's like, what do you want me to say to that? Fuck him?
No. This is what I'm saying is it. You would never. I don't. I feel like a lot of since he's left. I feel like maybe not a majority, but close to 50% of Pats fans have made it a is it Bill or is it Brady type thing, and they really want. I feel like because Bill is still there. I also
hate that argument because every single other Hall of Fame coach has been shit with another QB too.
No, I know.
It's just factual.
But do you feel like there are a lot of Pats fans that have made it that? Like there was definitely. I feel like there was a divide where there was. Maybe
I feel like the Boston media is trying to sell that to get clicks, and people are buying into it.
Maybe that's fine, but I think.
But it's just easier for me because I'm not in Boston.
True. So from an outsider's perspective, for me, from Twitter, media, and all that, it felt like there was maybe like a 40-40 split, and a 10% of just didn't care. I'm still going to root for the Pats. Of a 40%, obviously I'm still a Patriots fan, but. Fuck yeah, Tom Brady. I'm all in on Tom Brady. I'm also a Bucs fan now. And the other 40% was this is now a Bill and Brady thing where we want Bill to be the reason that we won. And because Brady left and Bill's still here, we want that. I don't. That's just what I feel like it has been from an outsider's perspective.
I mean, I definitely get that. And I can see. And some fans have turned to that side, unfortunately.
It seems weird.
Reason to start...
I don't know why anyone would do that. You had all those great years, so why would you do it?
Right. People, I think I did say something about it last week. People on Twitter were calling for Belichick to be fired.
No.
I was like, what? Why? There's zero reason to fire Belichick. Zero. And like I said last week, it is on him for not changing what's going on right now.
Yeah.
But after he had partial success with Cam Newton in his waning years, he had a great year with Mac Jones as a rookie. After one really terrible year, where this is the difference, people were expecting them to do well this year. I was not.
True.
So this isn't surprising to me.
Well, I guess
this isn't surprising me at all, and it's definitely not a fireable offense. Not even close.
No, not fireable. I guess
for Belichick, for Patricia and Judge, yes. They shouldn't be there.
I guess the reason I really asked that question was because of what you said about that trade. I was asking because it seemed like you would be kind of rooting for Mac Jones, getting a weapon and everything, and being back with Josh McDaniels. Like,
I mean,
I don't know if
I'm never like a hateful. I never wish ill will towards like, oh, Welker's on the Dolphins. He should, he should die. Like, no. I'm not like
you are.
I hope he gets 0 catches this year. No, nothing like that.
You are a bit more of a realistic Patriots fan, but just because of your age, simply like right. You've never known not knowing your quarterback situation or not knowing or just watching horrible quarterback play and not knowing if this is going to be the guy and
that's where I think the
but I think you're real. I was
going to use a big word, but I'm not going to use it because I don't know if that's even right.
No, but I think that's why you're realistic about it, where you understand that that's what most teams go through, and you got to figure it out. You're not just going to have the greatest player of all time forever. Where some other Patriots fans that I see and hear from, it's like they don't know what to do with themselves because it's so sometimes the offense is so horrible to watch. Where even when Brady didn't have the best coordinator or anything, or didn't have the best weapons, Brady still did Brady things and made it work. Where you don't have that now, where someone can just make it work.
I think as a baseball fan, especially as a Pirates fan,
that's what brings you back to
the patience, the realization that you can't win every single year.
That's true.
You know, unless you have Hall of Fame talent on your roster.
Because most other Patriot fans are also just Boston altogether. So they've had the Celtics, they've had the Bruins, they've had the Red Sox recently. They've just experienced nothing but winning. So that's
right. Oh, that's what I wanted to say, dude. The Red Sox are imploding, and I really wanted to mention this. The Pirates signed Dick Mountain. Let's go.
That's just a great name. I don't even know if that guy's good, but that's a great name.
His name is Rich Hill, but his nickname is Dick Mountain.
Oh, yeah. Why would you go by anything else?
I was so happy about that. He's going to be 43 on opening day. He's going to be a great mentor for all the young pitchers coming up. He can easily put in 100 innings in the year. He might have to skip a couple starts, but he can make 20 starts easily. And all he has to do is go 4 or 5 innings, and he should be good. That's a great signing. 1 year, $8 million. Drop in the bucket.
There you go.
That's nothing. That's nothing.
That's something
I was so happy about that.
I had no idea about, to be honest. But I'm happy for you.
I know. But
you are happy.
It was
so
probably
I'm
one of the
happy.
best signings that the Pirates made this offseason, so I had to mention it. And the nickname is great.
There you go. True. Dick Mountain. That's
yeah.
That's just a synonym for large cock.
We've covered trading, signing. How about firing? Hackett is out.
Oh yeah.
Hackett is out, dude.
Luckily for him, he is following Urban Meyer in that disaster last year, and also concurrently coaching at the same time as Jeff Saturday. Well, no longer coaching, but also was coaching at the same time as Jeff Saturday. And did you see Broncos players defending Russell Wilson and the story about his private office and private parking
Yeah,
spot?
I added Jerry Jeudy. I was like, Jerry Jeudy was like, oh, I love Russ. I love Russ. I've been with him every single second. Dude, you've been a walking temper tantrum since he's been on the team. You haven't said a single word before this year, and now you're the most troublesome player.
Everyone came out all
of
a sudden. I feel like maybe ownership was like, you gotta. I feel like that team does not like him. He's
right.
too. He's too.
You just come off as super frustrated when you act out like that.
Well, yeah, and we've talked about it before, where Russ just tries too hard to be so likable. Where he does did you know Subway took his name off his Danger Witch? They still have the. Jimmy Garoppolo, his name, the Jimmy Garoppolo, all the other Subway sponsored athletes and their sandwiches still have their name. They still have their name in front of it, but Russell Wilson's is just the Danger Witch. It doesn't say the Russell Wilson Danger Witch. It just says the Danger Witch, which apparently is a good sandwich. I haven't tried it, but I don't think he's.
So I heard they're all the same sandwiches that they had. They've just been renamed.
Oh yeah, the Jimmy Garoppolo is the Italian style. It's just an Italian hoagie. But not really, because it's Subway. It's an Italian shithole.
Hey, we got the WOP sub here.
The wet-ass pussy sub?
Oh. No, I was thinking WOPs is more Italians.
I've never heard that.
Well, you're not Italian. Come on.
I'm not. I wish I was. It's such good food. I'd love to do the 7 fishes one time. I need more Italian friends.
Feast of the 7 fishes.
Yeah.
We'll be feeding you to the fish. Jesus Christ.
I've hit a wall all of a sudden.
I think that was the wall that was hit right there.
I was vibed up, and then all of a sudden I'm like,
yeah. The plunge. I'm gonna do the polar plunge this year, for I believe 6th year in a row.
Oh, I want to.
I was going over it.
They have one here. It's in February. I kind of want to do it.
So, it's supposed to be 55 degrees.
That's not bad. The water will still be very cold, but
yes. If I can bring up my screen here.
I'm gonna turn this game off.
That was the river yesterday,
Oh.
and yesterday it was also 60 degrees.
Oh,
so
you can't even get in the river. You're just standing on it.
Right.
Oh, well, that seems like a pretty easy polar plunge to me.
Downstream, there's more of a water flow, but
nice.
it's gonna be fun. I'm really, really excited. Oh, John's moving to Pittsburgh
Oh
today
yeah, it was today.
with Shane. Yeah,
Shane
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
even fucking
So
mention
two
that today.
two of our previous guests on the podcast are moving in together.
Yeah, Shane told me that
And
a while
maybe-
ago, and whew,
If you guys are lucky, we might do a bonus episode because I feel bad that I'm drunk for this episode.
John, yeah, John's guaranteed now at March Madness, so we just need to get you and me up there. Maybe we can do something.
Right. Oh, that's what Shane said at the Christmas party, and John was like, oh, "All right, I'll probably do it this year." I mean, I guess I have no choice. That's what he said.
What? He's gonna be there. I mean, maybe he'll be like working and
Exactly.
Honestly,
Who knows?
after living with John for a year, I have no sympathy about being up late and playing loud music. I can sleep through anything now because John trained me through it. He'd come home at like 2 a.m. from the bars. This was after he was all on the team. Like, he was finished swimming, and that was the year I lived with him. He was like, I was never mad about it. Never had any issue. But he trained me to just sleep through loud noise because he'd be playing EDM at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'd be like asleep or trying to go to sleep and have practice at like 6 the next day. And I just powered through. Now nothing bothers me. Couldn't care less. So I have no sympathy, but I also thank him at the same time.
Hell yeah. RJ, do you want to end the episode? You're looking pretty tired.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, I'm like, I feel like I can hardly keep my eyes open, and I'm hungry. I haven't eaten dinner. I apologize for the abrupt finish, everyone, but
it's okay. We're gonna leave you with this. DJ on a lawnmower. DJ on a lawnmower. Let's go.
That's pretty awesome.
DJ J Jung.
What a,
Get yourself a bowl game with the DJ on a lawnmower.
what a fucking man.
As you can see, it's the Pinstripe Bowl.
Ooh, oh, yeah. That was a good game, too, apparently.
All right, everybody.
All right.
Yeah, I think it was.
2 hours.
That was a roller coaster ride.
Yeah. I don't know if you thought
was
you
chaotic as
stopped
fuck.
recording, but you're
I
still
really
recording.
like that. Yeah, I'm still recording
Okay,
too.
I didn't.
Yeah,
no,
hour 43.
No, you're still recording on Skype.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know.
Okay, I wasn't sure. It changed, and never mind. I'm losing my mind now. I don't know what happened. I hit a wall. I hit a wall so hard.
The whiskey wall.
No, I only had 2 glasses. I'm all right. I don't know. I think the 2 12s in a row and being up. I'm usually the past 2 days.
Oh, absolutely.
Past 2 days I've been asleep by now. I still gotta eat dinner.
I've put in 14 hours of work in the past 2 days, so yeah, I'm not.
Reagan made buffalo chicken pasta, and I specifically wanted to wait till after the podcast because it's one of my favorites that she makes, so I could just enjoy it. So I'm like also starving.
Hey.
Oh, I can't wait.
RJ on Munch.
I can't wait.
Munch, everybody. Thank you for fucking listening. Munch.